King of the Road Productions proudly presents a special Pat Boone and Friends edition of the Jim King of the TV show. Southeast Texas style. This half-hour special features an exclusive catch-up with my friend Pat Boone. Got the living legend on the line via Zoom from Los Angeles in just a moment. And we're going to play his new song called One that he co-wrote with Jimmy Nichols and Frank J. Myers to help the folks in Tanzania who are in desperate need.
Yes, that's exactly, you've nailed it.
A huge thanks to Tanner West and Texas Construction Resources for their incredible support. Get ready for fan-favorite segments, including the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback, plus the Southeast Texas debut of Pat Boone's brand new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. And don't miss Pat Boone taking center stage in the Royal Spotlight. Buckle up and ride shotgun with us. It's a reunion you won't want to miss.
King of the Road.
Howdy and welcome to the Jim King of the TV show, your go-to source for Southeast Texas entertainment. Tune in on Fox 4, the CW, Stryk TV, or stream worldwide on YouTube. I'm Jim King of the Road, and you're watching the best little TV show in Texas. Don't miss the 10th annual Cajun Sounds Internet Radio Cajun Heritage Fest on Saturday, April 5th at the Bob Bauer Civic Center in Port Arthur. Get ready for a day packed with crawfish, dancing, family fun, and incredible live music from Jamie Bergeron and the Kickin' Cajuns, Leroy Thomas and the Zydeco Roadrunners, and many more top-tier talent. Secure tickets now and get all the details at csir.live. And remember, King's Country Internet Radio brings you the finest country music on the planet, streaming 24/7 from Beaumont, Texas. Whether you love classic hits or today's biggest tracks, we've got the perfect mix. No watered-down mainstream fluff, just real country curated by true fans of the genre. In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this. Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere. Listen anytime, anywhere on your computer, smart speaker, mobile device, or even in your car via Bluetooth. Streaming worldwide on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, or go directly to kingscountry.net. And don't miss the Jim King of the Radio show airing middays on King's Country, an award-winning fan favorite that keeps the good times rolling. Now buckle up as we head to Beverly Hills, California to visit with the legendary Pat Boone. Stay tuned.
Hey, Ritz, bestest food there is.
Let's zoom off to Los Angeles to visit with the living legend, Pat Boone.
King of the Road.
You are amazing. 70 years. You've been doing this longer than I've been alive, Pat.
Yes. My first record was 1955, and that goes back a whale of a long way, and so that is 70 years of recording.
Well, do you ever stop and pinch yourself after 70 years in the entertainment business? Because you've seen a lot of changes. I mean, just in the last 20 years with the digital technology. And when you started, they just had the old phonograph records and then the cassettes and 8 tracks. And now this digital thing is just blowing it wide open, and artificial intelligence coming up. I mean, what do you think about all these changes, Pat?
I used to kid Andy Williams about this, that we'd known each other for our whole careers back when we were recording on cylinders.
Yeah.
In some cases, you could put one in a piano, a player piano. But no, it was all discs when I first started, and all monaural. There was no, you couldn't go in and fix anything. If you were going to put out a record, it had to be a full take that you had done all at once. And if there were mistakes in it, but you felt it was the best take, you just left the mistakes in. And I did that in several records that I would like to, that were gold records, but I'd like to have gone back and changed a little thing here or there. But I didn't, because the feel of the record was in that particular take. But now the irony is, Jim, I've got 2 hit songs. One I wrote, the other with Crystal Gale.
Yeah.
And they're over country radio, but nobody's buying records. Now,
did you put out a vinyl copy of Country Jubilee?
Yeah, well, it's funny you mention that, because
it's right there. There it is.
I have it. Who thought I might need this? But I'm telling you, Dana McElwain did a great job putting this package together.
Yeah, and those are really getting popular again.
Yeah, and it is vinyl.
Uh-huh.
The only place, the real way we're selling records is letting people know that if they buy it, send it to me. I will autograph it with their name and mine and send it back to them. And thank God we're selling a few thousand records so far. They have to buy it, send it to me. I'll sign it and send it back. And by the way, we talk about your crown and King of the Road. I have a killer version of King of the Road. And while we don't have it on this album, we can't figure out other great country songs that we just had to pick and choose because I've done so many of them over the years, over the 70 years of my recording, that we just chose what loomed off the pages at us along the way because as we'll talk about, because I am a country guy. I grew up in the country, and we can talk about it.
Of course, I had to ask Pat about his days with Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. During the 50s, you had more #1 hits than Elvis himself.
Yes, 41 records. He had 40.
Yes.
But all, got to be truthful about it. I did have a 6-month head start on him.
Uh-huh.
But he and I matched each other record for record on the charts throughout the 50s. And I had 41 chart records and he had 40. After that, into the 60s, he took over. And I still kept on having some records, including chart records, but I had more than anybody in the 60s actual chart records because after 3 years, Elvis went to the Army.
Yeah.
And wasn't recording at all. And then the Beatles, after 3 years, began to just put out albums and not singles, not to mess around with singles. So I still kept going. So a record I hold in the record business is 4.5 years without ever being off the single charts on Billboard and Cashbox. I was always on the chart with at least one record, usually one going up, one going down, for 4.5 years. And I don't know if anybody's ever equaled that.
This segment is sponsored by Tanner West and Texas Construction Resources.
Working hard from the sun up to the sundown. They can build it tall, they can tear it on down. They got the know-how, but you got the money.
At Texas Construction Resources, our main line of work, residential house pads and ponds, crushed concrete laydown yards, demolition work, land clearing, and anything that we can push as far as dirt, site prep, that's going to be our main focus.
Hands of a working man built this town. Clear this timber and plow this ground.
Coming up, we're bringing you the Southeast Texas debut of Pat Boone's brand new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week, straight from Nashville. Plus, take a trip down memory lane with the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Then enjoy a show-stopping Royal Spotlight performance from the legendary Pat Boone. Next, we'll pick up right where we left off with Pat Boone himself. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss a second.
The King of the Road.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy.
King of the road.